Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is February 8th, 2025, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a La Liga title race. La Liga title race just heated up after a draw during the derby. Also great news because Gavi and one more player are back in training. And this is definitely good news. And finally, Barcelona are now ready to sit down with Szczesny to discuss a possible contract renewal. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and I'm bringing you this short live because I am out of the country right now. So I brought my laptop, my camera, and I'm doing this short live just to keep you up to date on all Barcelona news. This is not a live podcast, so I'm not gonna be reading the comment section or anything like that. This is just to keep you up to date on Barcelona news. I will be back tomorrow at home. So tomorrow is back to your regularly scheduled videos from my YouTube studio. And of course, the podcast on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Anyways, having said all that, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and let's start with the news because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a race. We have a really intense race right now in La Liga because today Real Madrid played against Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby and they drew 1-1. And ladies and gentlemen, look at how the table is looking. We have Real Madrid in first place with 50 points, Atletico Madrid in second place with 49 points, and Barcelona in third place with 45 points. Of course, Barcelona have not played their respective match yet. Barcelona will play against Sevilla tomorrow at the Sánchez Pizjuán, and if Barcelona do their job, they get the win, they get the 3 points. They're only going to be behind Atletico Madrid by 1 point and only behind Real Madrid by 2 points. So La Liga race is just heated up. And remember, Barcelona still have to play against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. If Barcelona win both matches, they can jump to first place. Of course, Barcelona are going to have to stay consistent until the end of the season, win all their matches. Or if they don't, hope that Madrid and Atletico Madrid drop points. But we are back. We are back in this La Liga race. And today, the best possible scenario happened, which was that Madrid and Atletico Madrid both dropped points by drawing the Madrid derby. So great news. And speaking of tomorrow's match against Sevilla, we do have to talk about the fact that Barcelona just rejected Sevilla. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the relationship between both clubs have been deteriorating. Why? Because ever since the whole Negreira investigation was announced, Sevilla, released a whole bunch of statements, talking about how dare Barcelona bribe referees and this is disgusting, blah, 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 even though there's no proof of that. They even joined a complaint against Barcelona. I personally joined the complaint, and every single time Barcelona played against Sevilla, Sevilla refused to have the luncheon because, as you know, when there's a match between two clubs, the directors from both clubs sit down and have a luncheon together before the match. Sevilla has refused to attend every single luncheon, and they've even refused to be present in the presidential box whenever Barcelona played at home. So it looks like Joan Laporta has had enough. Barcelona have informed Sevilla that, yes, they are going to be present at the match. However, there will be no luncheon of directors. Barcelona are not going to sit down with the Sevilla directors since they have been acting like absolute clowns ever since the whole Negreira investigation was launched. And to that, I applaud Barcelona because enough is enough. Sevilla is a nobody club, and we cannot let them treat us like this. Sevilla need to stay in their lane and realize who they are, a nobody club. Anyways, while we're still on the topic of Sevilla, we do have good news because, ladies and gentlemen, Gavi today trained with the group, which of course is great news. As you know, Gavi had a head injury in the match against Alaves. And as a result, he was taken out of the match because of the concussion protocols. Ever since, he had been training in the gym only, not on the field. And also, he ended up missing the Copa del Rey match as a result of this concussion protocol, where today Gavi trained with the group, which means that he will be available for the Sevilla match. And that's, of course, great news, because we need all of our players healthy in order to continue competing for all competitions and in order to destroy Sevilla, because again, we need to put them in their place and remind them that they are a nobody club. Now, more good news. As I said at the intro, it's not just Gavi that has returned to training, but Ter Stegen, ladies and gentlemen, has returned to training. And that is great news. As you know, Ter Stegen has missed most of the season after that very serious injury that he suffered. He had to undergo surgery, and he was expected to miss the whole season. But now he is back in training. He's training alone. He's not training with the group yet, but he is back in training. He's training on the pitch. So that's definitely good news, because it signals that Ter Stegen not only is recovering well, but he's also recovering ahead of schedule. And we could see Ter Stegen back by the end of the season. Now, this is not for sure. He could still miss the rest of the season, but Ter Stegen is recovering. He's recovering well. He's ahead of schedule, and he has began training. And I have to say, this is a huge relief, because my God, how much have I missed Ter Stegen. Now, while we're speaking about goalkeepers, we do have to talk, of course, about the number one option right now, which is Wojciech Szczesny, because it's being reported that Barcelona are ready to sit down with the Polish goalkeeper to discuss a possible contract renewal. Now, emphasis on the possible, because just because they're sitting down doesn't mean that there will be a renewal for sure. Now, as you know, Barcelona signed Wojciech Szczesny only on one season in order to replace the injured Ter Stegen. Now, Wojciech Szczesny has earned the number one spot, and it's reported that Barcelona are happy with his performance, and as such, they are willing to discuss a possible contract renewal. Now, Szczesny would like to renew and would like to stay in Barcelona for at least one more season, but Barcelona have made this contract renewal contingent on the performance of the Polish goalkeeper until the end of the season. So they are going to sit down, they are going to talk, they might talk terms and things, but Barcelona are not going to renew Szczesny unless he continues on a good performance until the end of the season. So they would renew him kind of as a reward. And of course, they would be renewing him as a number two goalkeeper. Szczesny's not going to be renewed to take Ter Stegen's spot. That is not the case. Now, I don't think we should be renewing Szczesny. I don't have anything against Szczesny, but I mean, he came out of retirement just for one season to help us through that injury of Ter Stegen. So if Ter Stegen is back by next season, why do we still need him? Also, that's only going to hinder the development of Diego Cochen and Iker Rodriguez, not to mention what's going to happen with Inaki Pena. Plus, if you want to be adding goalkeepers, shouldn't we be looking at younger goalkeepers? I mean, we're worried about Ter Stegen getting older, and yet we want to try to bring a second goalkeeper who's even older than Ter Stegen. That to me doesn't make sense. Again, doesn't mean that he's going to be renewed, but Barcelona are willing to talk about it. And of course, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you think Barcelona should renew Szczesny or not? Let me know down below in the comment section. And speaking of Inaki Pena, we will end the video with the news that Inaki Pena has reportedly had a serious conversation with Hansi Flick, where it was not a good conversation for the young goalkeeper. It looks like Inaki Pena requested this conversation. He wanted to sit down with Flick and talk about why he has been relegated to the second spot. And not only that, he's not being a goalkeeper in any of the competitions, including the Copa del Rey. That's usually a competition reserved for the number two goalkeeper. And during this conversation, Flick, gave him his reasons. And after the conversation, it's reported that Inaki left unhappy because he has realized that the possibility of him returning to the number one spot is going to be very difficult. And it looks like he's going to end up being the number two goalkeeper until the end of the season, which of course begs the questions, what's going to happen with Inaki Pena? We know his contract expires in 2026. Barcelona were planning to renew him. But now after this conversation, Inaki Pena could easily say, you know what, I'm just going to go look for minutes somewhere else, because if he's relegated to the number two option, what happens when Ter Stegen comes back and Szczesny gets renewed? Now he's the number three goalkeeper, and then Barcelona are really betting on Diego Cochen and Iker Rodriguez. Again, what does that mean for him? Does that mean he's number five? I mean, too many questions left unanswered after that conversation. So Inaki Pena not happy. So I won't be surprised if we start hearing rumors of him leaving during the summer transfer market. Anyways, that is all the news for this live. I went live before this one, so if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I'm going live again after this one because, yes, there's a lot of news. I didn't make any videos Thursday or Friday, so I'm trying to catch you up on all the news So I'm going live again after this one, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.